So the DSA is important because we may finally have a regulation at EU level that can bring a more human rights respecting digital ecosystem for people. So that means concrete rules on challenging things like illegal content, but more specifically due diligence obligations for platforms to better respect our rights online and make sure it's safer for us all.
We want to see dialogue between government, civil society, between enforcement agencies and civil society organisations who bring the expertise, bring knowledge around these issues, as well as civil society organisations who represent particular groups of the population.
This is the first time when we have a chance to look in the kitchen of platforms and fully realize what is actually happening there and what kind of impact their systems and processes have on our rights.
I think for us, one of the positive aspects of the DSA is that it lists fundamental rights and the protection of fundamental rights online as one of its key objectives. And so the priority for us now is that this actually is made a reality at the implementation stage, and that the DSA does live up to this promise of safeguarding human rights online. And in that sense, also linking it to the roundtable today, we think it's key that experts in human rights online who have been working on these issues for a long, long time, working on platforms and human rights for a long, long time, that they really get closely involved in the implementation and enforcement process.
And there's no more pressing a policy challenge at the moment than the impact that technology is having on democracy, on society, on people's lives. So really having people in the room kind of discussing, kind of getting into the nitty-gritty of actually what needs to happen to tackle these issues is just so important.
The civil society often have to create our own standing spaces to engage with institutions and lawmakers. And this is the 5th edition of this roundtable series that we've done. It's definitely the biggest one we've done so far. And so it's wonderful to see so many different participants, public interest, academics, technologists and civil society come together to talk about the next concrete step for the Digital Services Act, which is seeing how this regulation may work in action.